Sweet. Let's just do that right there. What up, everyone? So this is Silas. Silas just got done measuring in for his 12th week on the transformation. We have not been doing any training together. We've just been talking about nutrition, getting together every week. And what were the results? We started at what body weight?
227.
And then we dropped down to
209.
So a total of 18 pounds.
18.
And the body fat percentage difference was starting at 22.9, so almost 23, and down to 14.1.
14.1. So you get 8.8.
8.8% drop. So we just got done measuring in here, and I asked Silas to do a little video so that it could benefit the whole clan, and see if you guys can pick up on anything that he has done that could help you make progress moving towards your body fat goals too. Give a little background on what you do and what kind of obstacles you have in life, and anything else.
Sure. So I'm 34. I have a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old, and I'm in sales. I travel quite a bit, and my schedule could be 5 full days on the road or home 4 days and out 1. It really depends on the week. But I'm a Rhode Islander. Moved to Colorado, did 7 or 8 years there, a couple in Kansas City, and then my wife and I just moved back to Rhode Island in June. So it's a different lifestyle every week, unfortunately.
Right.
But it's working with it.
And so when you got started with this process, when you first started, what was your diet like then? What were you doing for food? What was your lifestyle like? What time did you go to bed? You know, did you sleep a lot or any of that stuff, any of the basic stuff? And what did we change?
So I slept about as well as a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old at the time would let me. So that part of it was a bit of a challenge, but you know, I travel a lot. I tried to pack my lunch, but a lunch would a lot of times be a sandwich, turkey or ham sandwich, something like that. And as I made the move back to Rhode Island, I found myself doing a lot of like sausage and cheddars from Starbucks because it was easy, right? And that won't hurt you. It's just eggs and sausage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I did a lot of that. So I would say it was just wildly inconsistent as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
3,000 calories one day, 1,800 the next. Just really inconsistent.
And the macronutrients, as far as that goes, is probably pretty fat heavy, pretty carb heavy, but protein light, I'm guessing?
Probably, but I couldn't tell you because I had really no idea.
A lot of processed food. So, I mean, basically the biggest thing is even if you are eating 3,000 calories, if those nutrients are coming from sources that are not helping you build muscle, you're going to have a really, really hard time building muscle. Now, were you training during that time too with all the food, the normal person food coming in?
Over the past 3 years, I've just slowed down more and more and more. So 3 years ago, it was 4 or 5 days a week with a little bit of cardio in there, and then just as the past 3 years have gone by, it became less and less. So I would say in 2018, before I started coming here, I really wasn't training very much at all.
Okay, and then once we started the BioSig process, we had done 1 or 2 days of the strength assessment, so we didn't do very much training at all. I just basically ran him through some deadlifts, some bench press, and I think we did overhead press and squats.
Correct.
So we had some rough idea of numbers on those things, but then I handed Silas the Biosignature Vitruvian profile programs. So these are the body composition programs for the parameters of your body once we take the measurements. So he was a cortisol profile. He got the cortisol sheets. 1 second while this phone continues to ring.
It's not my office. I'm not hitting.
Yeah, no. Great. Okay. So the most major changes, though, at the beginning were diet related.
Absolutely.
So first thing, I said, show me your food, show me your macros. What did you get for that stuff? Like, say, week 1 versus now. What was the most major difference between like week 1 doing this stuff and now?
I was not consuming enough protein at all.
And so where was your protein at roughly to start?
Probably in the neighborhood of 50 to 60 grams of protein a day.
That's pretty damn low.
That's really low.
That's like if you want to be like an 8-year-old again in terms of lean body mass, that's about how low you'd go.
I wasn't doing myself any favors, no.
And where's your protein at now?
Probably 215 to 230. in that range.
And we're probably going to bump that up a little bit too. I showed him the numbers today from working with Josh Cannon. Big guys, more protein. And you don't end up gaining fat from putting protein in your diet. You end up being full of good amino acids that help you build muscle tissue, lean body mass. Fats, what was the biggest difference? Where were your fats falling when you first started?
I would say 120 to 130.
Okay, and now?
65 to 70 in that range.
Do you feel okay on that? You feel like
no
satisfied?
problem there. And my stomach has had no more issues too.
Beautiful. And what other, well, name some of those other issues that you were having at the beginning. You were crashing, your energy levels were low, digestion was a little messed up.
Digestion was messed up. So when we began the program, I was crashing 2 or 3 times a day on the regular, and then trying to offset that at 3 in the afternoon with a nice coffee, and that certainly doesn't help the sleep cycle.
How many coffees a day?
Probably 4 coffees a day.
Okay.
Yep. Right now I drink 1 cup of black in the morning with a couple cups of water. On days like today I get a little treat and have an extra iced coffee, but I really don't need it.
Hi.
Hi, can I throw this in the microwave or is it gonna fuck your shit up?
We're doing a video right now. Say hi, Tanner.
Hi.
What up? So too many coffees, not enough regular food, way too much stress. That's definitely going to throw you through a loop as far as cortisol goes.
Yes.
It also is going to make your testosterone levels plummet tremendously, and is also going to interrupt your sleep because you're messing with so many different energy systems and really not providing some building blocks that allow you to sustain energy throughout the day. So no doubt you're going to be on 50 grams of protein a day and 120 grams of fat or something. And four cups of coffee a day, you're definitely going to feel a little messed up, and you're probably not going to recover too well. Maybe be a little bit inflamed, and very irritable, I'm guessing, on that.
I'm irritable just thinking about
it. Moving into high meal frequency, how did you overcome, having the job that you have and being on the road and doing and having 2 kids, sleeping, based on the kids' schedule and everything? How did you have the time to do your food? Like, what did you do for food? I guess this is the biggest question for everyone.
Past 12 weeks, you're asking?
What did you change? Yeah, how did you implement this lifestyle to success?
So I tried a couple different things for the first 4 weeks because it was all experimental anyways. So for a couple of weeks, I tried doing what a lot of you guys do, which is the meal prep Sunday afternoon, plan out for 7 or 8 days, and that just didn't work for me. Based on allotted time, I don't have the meal prep time to dedicate a couple hours to doing that on Sunday. So over the course of a month, I experimented with that. I've found what works really well for me is my job does allow me to get home in an hour that I can cook dinner. So I cook a lot of food at dinner time because I'm already making chicken and broccoli and some sweet potatoes for the family. So tripling that for the next day or so has been pretty easy for me. Throwing an extra tray of green beans in the oven or however I'm going to prepare them has made it a lot easier for me. So unfortunately, I'm still cooking pretty much on a daily basis. But at night, once I put the boys to bed, I'll throw coffee in the coffee maker for the morning, and then I put everything together in my containers. So
I'll prep the night before is essentially what's going on. And I've used that type of schedule before too. I've done meal preps once a week. I've done meal preps 2 times a week, 3 times a week. And then I've just done it on a daily basis. I do also have the lifestyle that obviously fits that bill, so I can go and make enough food for several other meals and then do it again. And if I get caught on the road, then I'm going to some place like Chipotle or Baja or Thayer Street and something, which is not good financially. You will burn through so much money doing that. And also, if you're budgeting your calories, for those of you that track this stuff, you'll notice that there's a hell of a lot more fat calories because everybody dips things in oils. So you will definitely go up in calories and not come in as lean if you're eating around, town all the time, because they don't give a shit about what your training goals are. So one thing that Silas did do that I've also done a few times is get cans of tuna, half an avocado. That's a meal right there. That's a little snack meal. This is probably the simplest snack meal that you can do on the road. If you don't have access to vegetables, whatever, it's 1 meal out of 6 that you could get that correct. So What else? Anything else to this before we close it?
For me, I get really bored eating the same food 6 days in a row. It's just my personality, so I do tend to change things up. So when I do my meal prep at night, I tend to punch everything into Fat Secret, so I have a rough idea of where tomorrow's going to land. So then I can make the adjustments then, as opposed to getting to the last meal and saying, "Oh shit, I'm behind 30 grams of protein where I need to be." So best practice for me has been to do it the night before.
This dude approached this the way that an athlete would approach this for bodybuilding, which is to stay ahead of the game and to know exactly what the hell is going to go on and not letting anything else interrupt the process. That's huge to all this, because everybody else in the world has their own agenda as to what they're trying to do with their life. Nobody is going to let you do what is best for you. You're going to have to fight for it a little bit. So you have to draw a line. Like, people want to take you out to dinner. People want to buy beers for you. He just told me a funny story. You were golfing?
I was playing golf yesterday with customers.
And you had some silver bullets.
I drank five Coors Lights.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had the cart to myself, so I just dumped them out on the golf course, which is a waste of beer, but not the day before weigh-ins.
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing that could mess you up is alcohol, trying to drop weight. So I just wanted to make this short little video with a couple of tidbits of information and show that even a person that has 2 kids and a normal life can still do this if you're diligent enough to do it. You just got to prioritize some stuff and stay consistent with it. Always remember, quality of food, quantity of food, and consistency of everything are the top 3 things that you're going to have to dial in if you want to make some real changes. Alright guys, give me some feedback on this video. I'm going to post this to the forum, and I'm probably going to post it to YouTube with some edits. Catch you soon!